Welcome back to Haunted Oddities. I'm your host, Moonlixiirr, and today we're diving deep into the chilling world of notorious haunted and possessed dolls. These seemingly innocent toys have sparked fear and fascination across generations, often becoming vessels for spirits and paranormal activity. So, if you're ready for some spine-tingling tales, grab your favorite cozy blanket and let's explore these eerie companions. Dolls have been a part of human culture for centuries, often created as toys for children or as symbols of art and beauty. However, their lifelike appearances and glassy eyes can evoke an unsettling feeling. Psychologists refer to this discomfort as the uncanny valley effect, where objects that closely resemble humans can provoke fear or anxiety. Throughout history, dolls have also been associated with various cultural beliefs, including those in voodoo and other spiritual practices, where they are used to represent people or spirits. This connection adds a layer of intrigue to the idea of haunted dolls, transforming them from mere toys into potentially dangerous entities. So, let's start off with one of the most infamous haunted dolls, Annabelle. You may know her from the Conjuring films, but the real Annabelle has a terrifying story all her own. Annabelle is actually a Raggedy Ann doll, a beloved toy created in the 1910s. She was gifted to a nursing student named Donna in 1970. Shortly after bringing the doll home, Donna and her roommate, Angie, began to experience unsettling events. The doll seemed to move on its own, changing positions overnight or even appearing to be in different rooms. Strange occurrences escalated quickly. The roommates found handwritten notes that said things like, "Help me." They even reported feeling a strange presence in the room, as if someone was watching them. Creepy! Disturbingly, these experiences were accompanied by feelings of dread and anxiety. That seems to be the recurring theme here. Feeling frightened and confused, Donna reached out to paranormal experts Ed and Lorraine Warren. They investigated the situation and concluded that the doll was possessed by a malevolent spirit. They believed the spirit was trying to manipulate the girls into allowing it to take possession of one of them. The Warrens took Annabelle into their care, placing her in a glass case in their occult museum, where she remains today, under the watchful eyes of visitors who dare to come near. Annabelle's story has had a profound impact on popular culture, featuring prominently in the Conjuring franchise and spin-off films, transforming her into a modern horror icon. Next up is Robert the Doll, a figure steeped in legend and eerie tales. Robert the Doll was created in the early 1900s by the Steiff Company and was gifted to a young boy named Robert Eugene Otto, an artist living in Key West, Florida. This doll was about 3 feet tall and was dressed in a sailor suit, complete with a hat. From a young age, Robert Eugene treated the doll as his companion, often talking to it and even blaming Robert when things went wrong. The Otto household soon became a site of strange happenings. Family members reported furniture moving, footsteps echoing when no one was present, and even sightings of the doll moving on its own. Neighbors and visitors claimed that Robert would watch them with a malicious gaze, and children often felt an inexplicable fear in his presence. After Robert Eugene's death, the doll was left in the attic for years until it was discovered and taken to the Fort East Martello Museum. Today, Robert resides in a glass case at the museum, where visitors are warned not to take photos without asking for permission. It is said that disrespecting Robert may lead to bad luck or misfortune, reinforcing his eerie reputation. Robert the Doll has inspired numerous stories, documentaries, and movies, further entrenching his place in the pantheon of haunted artifacts. Sorry, Robert. Now, let's talk about the crying boy doll, a porcelain figure known for its tear-stained cheeks and haunting backstory. The crying boy doll was mass-produced in the UK during the 1950s and 1960s. Created as a decorative piece, its haunting appearance caught the attention of collectors and families alike. However, its beauty soon gave way to something much darker. The doll became infamous in the 1980s when a series of house fires in the UK resulted in its presence being noted. Firefighters reported that many homes that burnt down contained this doll, and miraculously, the dolls themselves remain unscathed by the flames. Now that's creepy. This sparked a widespread belief that the crying boy was cursed, leading many to panic and dispose of their dolls. The legend took off, with people fearing that owning the doll would bring disaster upon their homes. Many collectors even reported strange occurrences and bad luck after acquiring the doll, further fueling the myth. Despite its troubled past, the crying boy remains a popular collectible today, but many collectors still approach it with caution, wary of its potential dark influence. In Spain, there's a doll known as the Cursed Doll of Spain, which is our last doll of this episode. It is said to bring misfortune to anyone who possesses it. The specific of its origin can vary, but this doll is often associated with witchcraft and rituals. Local lore suggests it was created as a part of a dark ceremony, and it carries the weight of many tragic stories. The doll has a long history filled with tragedy, including the mysterious deaths of its previous owners. People who come into contact with the doll often report experiencing strange phenomena, nightmares, feelings of dread, and inexplicable accidents. Today, the doll resides in a museum where it is displayed for curious visitors. However, those who wish to see it are often warned to approach with caution, as many believe it is still cursed. The cursed doll serves as a cautionary tale about the potential dangers of the occult, emphasizing the belief that some objects can indeed harbor dark forces. So, what is it about dolls that sends shivers down our spines? Psychologists suggest that it's the uncanny valley effect, where humanoid objects evoke discomfort because they resemble humans, but aren't quite right. Additionally, the idea of a doll being alive taps into deep-rooted fears of the inanimate becoming animate. Dolls often represent childhood innocence, but when they cross into the realm of the supernatural, that innocence can quickly turn into something sinister. This duality makes them compelling subjects for horror stories and urban legends. As we wrap up today's exploration of haunted and possessed dolls, I encourage you to share your thoughts. Do you believe in the supernatural? Have you ever had a creepy experience with a doll? I'd love to hear your stories. Feel free to connect with me on social media. Your experiences might just be featured in a future episode. Thank you for joining me today on Haunted Oddities. Don't forget to subscribe for more spine-chilling tales and strange phenomena. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive and your lights on.